Thanks for tuning into my channel. The purpose of this channel is to promote discussions and conversations regarding philosophically meaningful concepts and ideas. Today, we are going to discuss the importance of the leaders of our government conveying the truth. President Trump has been a promoter or salesperson his entire adult life. However, as president, his role is not sales, it's leadership, presiding over the government of the United States of America. President Trump has a unique concept of the role of truthful information as it pertains to his communication regarding the activities of government and, in some cases, the realities of the world. On February 25, 2020, President Trump was visiting the country of India. In the evening, local India time, President Trump made comments regarding the coronavirus in a press conference. President Trump's basic statement was, "The people need to be patient, as it appears the coronavirus will be under control in the month of April. This position is reasonable if you believe the coronavirus will behave like a flu virus." Approximately 3 hours later, members of his own administration began to release information which contradicted the president's own statements. Nancy Messonnier of the Center for Disease Control and Prevention specifically stated, "It's not a matter of if, but when the coronavirus will begin spreading throughout communities in the United States." These two positions certainly seem to contradict each other. However, both positions, because they are forward-looking, could be considered truthful today. Either outcome is possible. Who are we to believe, and whose information is more important? President Trump has been intensely focused on the behavior of the United States capital markets, particularly the stock market. Were President Trump's remarks intended to calm a nervous market? The stock market has lost almost 10% of its value in the last week. That represents about $1.7 trillion of wealth, or $8,500 for every adult in the United States. Much of the drop has been attributed to the expectation of reduced economic activity resulting from containment efforts being employed to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. President Trump's press conference ended as the stock market opened in the United States. For the first couple of hours, the stock market recovered. It is possible this recovery was connected to President Trump's words. However, when Ms. Messonnier spoke approximately 3 hours later, the stock market immediately turned down and losses began accelerating. Of course, we'll never know if President Trump expressed the April containment concept for the purpose of calming the markets. The question does remain, however, why would President Trump even convey the concept? The outcome he espoused is not highly probable, and most assuredly not certain. As of January 29, 2020, less than 30 days ago, there were 7,711 known cases of coronavirus found in 12 different countries. As of February 25, the date of the president's press conference, there were 80,248 known cases found in 37 different countries. Additionally, total deaths attributed to coronavirus have been counted as 2,704. 2,704 divided by 80,248 is 3.37%, my calculation of the mortality rate. I am not an epidemiologist, so I don't know if the calculation is relevant, but I know the math is correct. By comparison, CDC estimates that the burden of illness during the 2018-2019 flu season included an estimated 35.5 million people getting sick with influenza, 16.5 million people going to a healthcare provider for their illness, 490,600 hospitalizations, and 34,200 deaths from influenza. 34,200 divided by 35.5 million is 0.01%, and that is the number CDC uses as the mortality rate for influenza for the 2018 to 2019 flu season. In other words, the mortality rate of coronavirus could be as much as 33.7 times higher than the flu. If coronavirus is infectious as the flu, and it seems to be more so, and this mortality rate holds, you are looking at 1,152,540 deaths from the coronavirus this year. The Constitution of the United States enumerates very few powers to the President. Congress has bestowed additional powers on the President, and of course, because the President is enumerated as the executive of the government of the United States, he does have many implied powers. I would argue the President's most important powers are soft powers, though. These are the powers that enable him to move markets, rally citizens, affect public opinion, and lead us into new frontiers. The attributes of the office, which reflect our society, that bestow soft powers, are high standards of ethical, moral, cultural, and political values. Our presidents have not been men that were holy, saintly, or without error. But our great presidents have been those who have led us to discover poetic truths. Poetic truths are different than demonstrable truths. Poetic truths convey truth by using words to trigger insights into the nature of everyday social life and existence. Poetic speech resonates with ordinary experience, triggering, clarifying, and consolidating insights into the realities of our everyday socio-cultural existence. It works to attune us and ground us in the norms of social existence. Listen to the words of our founding fathers, we the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, secure the blessings of liberty for ourselves and our posterity do ordain and establish. The preamble of the Constitution was part of and focused on conveying soft power to the President, the Congress, and the judiciary, our government, our society as a whole. And the foundation of our society is built on the poetry of the Declaration of Independence. Again, listen to the words. When in the course of human events, the laws of nature and nature's God. And most importantly, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. These statements were not demonstrably true then, and they are not demonstrably true today, but they continue to be our aspiration, our hope. We expect our President to lead us on a journey towards the truths enumerated in our founding documents, to forge a path away from our demons of the past, and to that shining city on the hill, which will be our collective salvation for this life and for our posterity. If this is the role of our president, is Donald Trump doing a good job? I look forward to hearing your comments and your opinions.